Still rolling.
Yep.
Rolling.
Because I can't clip out anything.
Say hey. So I put up a thing, you know, I was going to take the kids to see Rambo. Put that up on the Facebook page. And a bunch of dudes. And it's always...
Expendables.
Expendables.
It's got Rambo in it.
It's got Rambo in it. So most of the dudes that posted on it, it's always funny when you put posts up who shows up to comment. Because I got a bunch of dudes that commented. Most of them I've never seen post on the page before. So they won't post on gear pics or anything else, but they'll come out for this. I'm not going to go see it because it has Sylvester Stallone and he's anti-gun. Okay, I don't dispute that. But think about this. Think about all the fucking gun and gear companies that provided gear for that movie. Think about all the fucking set guys and the gaffers and the cameramen. Tons of those dudes are shooters. They're involved in this industry. We build gear for them all the time. Lanyards and fucking vests and guys for fucking running high angle stuff. We build a shitload of gear. We build gear directly for the movies. We didn't do any gear for that movie. We've got a ton of movies where the fucking sets have come to us and fucking written us a check for $25,000, $35,000, $100,000 to build gear for the movie. Literally, they own the fucking gear. So, while you're not supporting Stallone, what about all the other dudes? Are all the other dudes in that movie fucking anti-gun? No. And even the anti-gun guys, even like Renner, for instance, came out and said he's anti-gun. I was in Los Angeles with the TAC response guys. Renner logged himself fucking off the contract because insurance wouldn't cover it and paid James and all those dudes for fucking a week's worth of training. Renner, after catching a bunch of shit in one of his movies for his poor gun handling skills, said, I'm not going to portray a U.S. serviceman in this movie and fucking have shitty gun handling skills. That dude fucking took himself off contract and ceased getting paid for that time and paid TAC Response to come out to fucking California to teach him how to shoot. Yeah, he came out, he's anti-gun, whatever. He also supports the NRA at one point. I don't know whether he does currently anymore or not, but I know he put a lot of money into the NRA. I know that he paid James and a bunch of gun industry guys a bunch of money to fucking get training. I know that for Hurt Locker, we built 20 grand worth of gear for that movie and all the other gear, and a bunch of those fucking actors went through training. So, you know, you can boycott that all you want, but do you think for 1 second Stallone's paycheck's going to be any different because you didn't go see that movie? You can fucking make yourself feel good or talk your rhetoric or whatever, and if you believe in it, awesome. But that motherfucker already got paid. He got paid before he ever fucking stepped on and started rolling that camera. There's no way. All those dudes fucking got paid. It's not going to make a difference. But beyond that even, when we were kids, and I'm sure some of you were kids at a different time than I was, but when we were kids, we could go to the movies and watch all the Rambo movies and fucking Navy SEALs in the theater and Red Dawn. And not all of us, but most of us, many of us, I'm 40. A lot of us are in this industry or the way we are because of those movies. When we went and watched Rambo and he was the underdog and he was held down and, you know, did his deal, or Red Dawn where those fucking parachutes came down at high school, like none of us really knew what survivalism or preparedness was. I guess I was probably 10 or 12 when that happened. You know, when Red Dawn came out, I was probably in, I guess, the 8th grade. And, you know, that's what we were all looking at. So you're not going to take your kid to see a couple of these movies that made, like, they kind of set us on this path in life, I guess. But you're not going to take your kids to see it because you don't like what the fucking dude said in the movie. But when you were a kid, a lot of these dudes, they were the same way. They always have been. So you can vote with your money or whatever it is. But, you know, we're that way because of those fucking movies. They fucking set us on that path. From watching Rambo and the gunfighting and the knife shit, how many kids went out and bought fucking knives, or their parents bought them knives, or we went out and got guns, or we fucking bought backpacks and rucks and ropes, and we had some interest in fucking suturing because Rambo sewed himself up. So you started looking at that, and you started buying the magazines. And you're now in this industry, or it's a hobby or whatever it is, but it's spurred from one of those movies that you're now not going to take your kids to see because you think your fucking $10 is going to fucking go in that dude's pocket. Look at the bigger fucking picture. And while we're talking about it, every time I post up a picture of me at Starbucks, all these fucking dipshits coming out going, Starbucks is anti-gun. Starbucks is like SOE. They're not fucking anti-gun. They're anti-fucking dipshit. You motherfuckers with AR-15 sitting in front of the Starbucks holding up with fucking 20 of your buddies, you're the ones that fucking got that shit on there. Starbucks came out and said, we are not going to post no guns because we don't want our employees to have to confront those people and enforce that policy or feel like they do. So they didn't post it. All Starbucks asks is that you don't fucking carry an open gun. And why the fuck would you anyways? Why the fuck would you carry a fucking not concealed weapon when you can totally conceal it? Because you want to draw fucking attention to yourself, because you want that fucking confrontation or whatever the fuck it is. How many times you been in Walmart and you see some motherfucker with an open gun? He's always a fucking dumbass. Why make yourself a target? They're not going to fucking not rob the place. If they're in there all ready to do fucking harm, you're the first motherfucker they're going to walk up behind and shoot, or shoot at a distance. You got some grandiose idea you're going to save the fucking world over it. Conceal your shit. Fucking at least you have an opportunity to fucking take cover, draw, and fucking come to the fight. But they fucking walk in there with the intention to do harm, you're the first one they're going to fucking kill because you're a fucking idiot. There you go.